I never thought a life so tiny could be so fierce, yet Curtis Keith Means proved it from the very first second. My name is Kaitlyn Means, I'm 26 years old, and I live in Birmingham, Alabama. On July 5th, 2020, my world changed forever. I was 21 weeks and 1 day pregnant with twins when I went into labor, 5 months early, and the doctors warned me that survival was almost impossible. Their words were sharp and cold, slicing through every ounce of hope I had, but deep down I refused to believe them. I refused to let go. That day, I gave birth to Curtis, weighing just 420 grams, smaller than a soda can, and my daughter, Saasia, who sadly did not survive. I remember seeing Curtis for the first time, his body so fragile, so delicate, that I feared even touching him might break him. His chest rose and fell in tiny, desperate movements, his skin translucent and trembling, as machines beeped furiously around him. Alarms rang out, and I felt my heart pound in sync with those monitors. I whispered to him over and over, "Fight, Curtis. Fight, my love. I'm right here." The NICU became our battlefield. Days stretched into nights, nights into weeks. I watched Curtis fight for every breath, every heartbeat. There were moments when I thought I would lose him, moments where he faltered, and the doctor's worried expressions made my chest tighten with terror. I felt helpless, yet I refused to leave his side. I held his tiny hand, so fragile it felt like it could vanish with a single gust of air, and I clung to the hope that he could survive. Every milestone became a victory. Every gram gained, every blink, every tiny movement reminded me that he was still with us. I remember the first time he squeezed my finger, that little grip so powerful it felt like the strongest force in the world. The NICU machines, the alarms, the tubes, they were his battlefield, and Curtis was the tiniest, fiercest warrior I had ever seen. His fight was relentless, his will unbreakable. Weeks turned into months, and despite every terrifying obstacle, Curtis grew stronger. I learned to read his body language, to anticipate his struggles, to celebrate even the smallest signs of life. I whispered stories to him, sang lullabies, and imagined a future where he would thrive, knowing every moment was uncertain, every breath a triumph. After 275 grueling days in the NICU, Curtis finally went home. He had become the world's most premature baby to survive, officially recognized by Guinness World Records. Holding him in my arms outside the hospital, feeling his weight against my chest, I wept, not just for the months of fear and struggle, but for the miracle that he had become. Curtis had defied every expectation, every statistic, every whispered doubt in that hospital room. Today, Curtis is healthy, thriving, and full of life, a testament to resilience, hope, and the sheer power of determination. Every laugh, every milestone, every breath is a reminder of the tiny miracle who fought harder than anyone could imagine. I will never forget the terror, the heartbreak, or the sleepless nights. But most of all, I will never forget the incredible courage of my son, Curtis Keith Means, a living miracle, a fighter, and proof that sometimes the impossible becomes reality.